Okay, so welcome. Today we are going to do Simplifying Radicals Day 3. Okay, so the first day we just simplified radicals. Yesterday we added coefficients, which were just numbers on the outside of the radical sign. So if we had a 2, we had the coefficient like this. Okay, so yesterday we did that. Today we are just going to do simplifying radicals without coefficients. And then we're going to be looking at fourth root now, okay? Or even, let me see, we even have a sixth root, okay? And we're going to show you how to do that. It's kind of like what we've been doing. Okay, first thing I always do is when I look, I'm going to start with number 2, is I'm going to look at my variables and I'm just put them out to the side. So 1a, 3 b's, and 2 c's. Okay, so we can see now that this is a square root. Okay, and we're going to be making those in 2's. So we're going to circle 2 b's. We don't have 2a's, so we don't circle that. We do have 2 b's, which that makes it b. And then we're going to have a leftover b, and then we have 2 c's, which makes it c's. So we're going to come back to those variables in just a minute. Let's go ahead and do these factor trees. So start with the lowest number. So I start with 2, and 228 divided by 2 is 2 and 144. Divide that by 2 again. It's 2, or divide that by 2 and 2 and 72. Divide by 2 again. 2 and 36. Divide by 2 again. We got 2 and 18. Divide by 2 again, and we have 9, 2 and 9. And what goes into 9? 3 and 3. Okay, again, we're looking at our doubles because it's square roots, so we're looking at them in 2's, so that's 1, 2. That's another 2, and then we have a pair of 3's right here. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so we're looking at all our circles first, okay? That's going to be on the outside of the square root symbol. Okay, then we do have 1b, and we have 1c. Okay, so in our root symbol, we have on the inside of it, we have what's left over, what's not circled. So we have a 2, and an a, and a b. So there is our answer. So remember, whatever we circled and put in pairs is going to be on the left of the root sign, and then whatever is left over is on the right side or the inside of the root sign, symbol. Okay, so now look at this. We have a fourth root, okay? So, but let's go ahead and look at this. We have x's 1, 2, 3, okay? And we know that it's going to be in 4's. So we know that this is just going to stay as x3, but we want to just leave it there because we want to know where we're going to place it. So we're not circling it. So let's go ahead and start our factor tree. We have 2 goes into 80 40 times. 2 into 40 is 20. 2 into 20 is 10. 2 into 10 is 5. Okay, so now we see right here, fourth root, okay? So now we circle them in 4's this time. So this is 2. So 2 is on the outside of our root sign. And then put your 4 right here. And then what's left over is our 5. And then our 1, 2, 3 x's. So x to the 3, okay? To the third. Sorry, I can't even talk. 5x to the third, okay? So that was what's left over on that. Okay, let's go to number 6 here. Okay, we have an m. We have 3 n's, 1, 2, 3, and then we have 8 p's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, the fourth root again. Well, we don't have 4 m's, we don't have 4 n's, but we have 8 p's, so there's 1 p, and then we have 2 p's. Okay, now let's go ahead and do our factor tree. So 2 goes into 128 64 times. 2 goes into 64 32 times. 2 goes into 32 16 times. 2 goes into 16 8 times. And 2 goes into 4. Wait, 2 goes in 4. 2 and 2. Sorry, I was talking faster than I was writing. Sorry about that. Okay, so again, fourth root. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 1, 2, 3. So we have, those are our leftovers, okay? So we know that this is 2. So let's start on the outside, or the left side of our root symbol, which is 2, because there's only 1 right there. We're only looking for what's circled. And then p times p is p squared. Do our root symbol. We have 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So we have an 8. And then what we have left over is we have an m. And we have 3 n's. Okay? And to the third power on that. So that was the answer for that one. Okay, let's do number 8. Again, fourth power. Wow. Okay. So let's start with our x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 x's here, that's an x. 4 x's here, that's another x. And we'll come back to those. Okay, let's go ahead and try our do our factor tree. Since it's ending in 5, let's try 3. 3 divided by 405 is actually 135. And 3 into 135 is 45. And 3 into 45 is 15. And 3 into 15 is 5. Okay, so again, 4, groups of 4. So we're going to circle those. Gives us 3 right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the outside of our radical. So we got 3. And then look at our variables that are circled, x squared. And what's left over is the 5. So radical sign and then 5. Okay, so that is what your answer is for that. Remember, it's whatever's circled is on the left side of the radical sign. Whatever's left over is in the inside of that. Oh, don't forget your 4. Oh my goodness, I forgot the fourth power on those two. Don't forget those. Okay, let's turn our paper over to number 10. Whew, this is going to be really fun. Okay, so we know that's going to be cubed root. Okay, so let's start with our variables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we're doing, it's cubed, so in 3s. So there's 1, 2. So this is an x and this is an x. Looks like we're going to have a leftover. 1. I'm going to go up this way. 2. Because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're going to have a leftover there. Z's, 1, 2. So this is Z and this is a Z. And we'll come back and look at those in a minute. But it looks like we're going to have some on the inside and the outside of our radical sign. Okay, let's go ahead and do our factor tree. Let's start with 2. We always start the lowest that we can. So 2 divided by 2, or 448 is 224. Divided by 2 is 112. Divided by 2 is 56. Divided by 2 is 28. Divided by 2 is 14. Divided by 2 is 7. Okay, and we're looking in 3s, right? And looky there. Okay, so that's 2. That is 2. Then it looks like we have 1 left over. So let's go ahead and start the left side, the outside of our radical. 2 times 2 is 4. Looky here, we need x squared because x times x is x squared. Y times y is y squared. Z times z is z squared. Then radical sign, let's look and see what we have left over. We have a 7 that's left over. We have a single x left over. We have a single y left over. And then we have 2 z's, so z squared left over. So whatever was circled on the left side is on the left side of a radical. Whatever was left over is on the inside of our radical sign. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. Okay, let me just do number 14. Oh, no, let's do number 16, and then you guys can get busy on the assignment. Oh, we don't have any variables, so let's just go ahead and start our factor tree. Start with the lowest, 2. 2 and 128. 2 goes into 128 64 times. 2 goes into 64 32 times. 2 goes into 32 16 times. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 2 goes into 8 4 times, and then 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, and now it says 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the 6th power on that one. So that's 1, 2. So 2 is on the outside of my radical sign, and then 2 times 2 is 4. And that is, oops, to the 6th cubed root. Anyway, so that's how you do that if you have multiple numbers on that. So if you have any questions, please reach out to your teacher, and we're willing to help. Thanks so much.